Get ready for a game changer. Tonight's guests from the 20th dimension, it's Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Hey!
Having read 20 erotic novels, it's Jess Ross. And just in time for College Humor's 20th anniversary, it's Tao Yang. And your host, me. I've been here the whole time. Welcome to Game Changer, the only game show where the game changes every show. I am your host, Sam Reich. I'm joined today by these three lovely contestants. Now, you all understand how the game works.
No.
Not a single thing.
It hasn't been explained.
That's right. Our players have no idea what game it is they're about to play. The only way to learn is by playing. The only way to win is by learning, and the only way to begin is by beginning. So without further ado, let's begin. Ash, could you bring out the machine? Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Brennan, what is your name?
My name is Brennan Lee Mulligan.
That's 1 point for Brennan Lee Mulligan.
That was like a soft question.
Jess, what is 1 plus 1?
2.
2 is correct. Tao, what year is it?
2019.
That is correct. Brennan,
I'm being with. You understand? This is an indignity.
This will be illegal. This will be considered illegal by the courts.
it's one of those experiments from the 50s
Yes.
where they like look back at it and they're like, this is unconscionable. Brennan, what is your middle name?
My middle name is Lee.
Jess Ross, what is your middle name?
It is also Lee. Well, it's spelled differently, L-E-I-G-H.
Tao, what is your middle name?
I have no middle name.
That is correct. Brennan,
Yeah.
do you ever talk in your sleep?
I have talked in my sleep.
For a bonus point, Brennan, do you care to elaborate?
I used to be an insomniac. I stayed up for 81 hours in a row in my senior year of college.
Holy
Missing nights of sleep regularly will affect your sleep cycle in some weird ways.
Jess, have you ever talked in your sleep?
I'm starting to crack right now. I'm sorry. Okay, 18. Okay.
I'm afraid the answer to 18 in this particular context is no.
Thank you for bravely teaching us something about the machine.
Yes, thank you.
I'm like freaking out.
Tao, do you ever talk in your sleep?
I also am very uncomfortable. I do talk in my sleep, and I know it because I've recorded myself. There's an app, and you put it underneath your pillow, and it constantly records, but when it hits a certain noise threshold, it will actually record that snippet for you.
Machine?
Machine?
How does the machine claim to know things that even
That
its
is
creator
a really
does not know?
good question, Brennan.
Do I get any points for both hating and loving the machine?
Do you snore?
I have snored.
Jess, do you snore?
Yeah, Yes, I snore.
Tao, do you snore?
Yes, I snore also.
Brennan, do you floss?
Yes, extremely regularly. 2 of my teeth are fake, fully fake, and I up my teeth when I was younger. So I make a point to floss every day, and I also use fluoride mouthwash.
Jess, do you floss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I use the flossy things. I feel bad because it's probably extra plastic. Do I do it all the time? No. Is my dentist gonna watch this? Probably not. What do you think, machine? Do I get 20 points?
Sassy. The machine is sassy.
I think this machine hates women. You can't tell me.
Tao, do you floss?
Yes, I do. What? I floss I've been on an upswing recently, so I'm gonna say at least twice a week.
Twice a week.
You're not a flosser, Tao.
He thought you meant the dance, which he
I
does every day.
do every day. Also, I got. That's. How did you know that? I don't do the floss dance every day.
I didn't know it.
Brennan, have you ever shoplifted?
Yes. You're right, I did.
Wow. For a bonus point, do you care to elaborate?
When I was working at my old summer camp, we had to do a production run to Walmart, and I walked out of the store drinking a bottle of Coca-Cola that I did not pay for.
That's it.
Jess, have you ever shoplifted?
Yes, I have shoplifted. We were at the Amish market,
Oh my God.
and they were selling, I don't know if people remember, like, Pogs and Slammers.
What?
But I saw this golden slammer in, like, this case, and my mom said I couldn't have it, so I took it.
You stole
I stole this slammer from
an Amish?
the Amish, yes.
Tao, have you ever shoplifted?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
And probably the most recent. I think I regularly shoplifted until I was like 25. 26?
Wow.
All the time. All the time.
Like what sort of things did you shoplift?
Well, I just shoplifted recently at Whole Foods when there was a thing of basil in my bag that I didn't take out, and I went, yeah, whatever, I'll just walk out with this.
Wow! I honestly did not anticipate that you would all be as shameless as you clearly are.
Shoplifting from a large corporation is barely shoplifting, in my opinion.
Oh!
Brennan, have you ever peed in a public pool?
Yes. I peed in the pool because someone said, like, it changes colors if you pee in it.
You wanted to test it out.
It was scientific inquiry.
Jess, have you ever peed in a public pool?
I think I've peed in every pool I've been in. Everyone's peeing in the pool anyway. Oh, excuse me?
Tao, have you ever peed in a public pool?
I urinate in pools.
Brennan, do some movies and TV shows make you cry?
Yes. Nothing makes me cry more than a character that is putting a brave face on a terrible situation.
The vulnerability you shared with us here today, it should just be one extra point for my elaboration. I just want to be clear. Just the one. Jess, do you ever cry at movies or TV shows?
Oh, commercials, yes, everything, yes. I'm a big crier. I'm watching a really crappy British dating show, and the girls went to Casa Amor, and the boys stayed home, and they had the opportunity to couple up with other people, and Molly May came back and saw that Tommy hadn't coupled up with anyone, and she started crying, and I started crying.
Tao?
Yes. I cry specifically, much like Brennan, to a specific thing, when a group of people come together for a common cause. Like the scene in Spider-Man 2, when the New Yorkers are like, if you want to get to him, you got to get through us, to Doc Ock. Oh, that makes me cry.
Players, it's time for a mini game. You understand the mechanic of our game now. It is based on this lie detector.
The contestants have figured out all of the things to do with the machine.
I'm going to rephrase that ever so slightly.
Yeah.
The contestants have figured out everything there is to know about the machine.
Always keep them wanting more, machine.
Jess, you are flirting with this machine.
Machine, do you think I'm flirting with you? Oh, you wish.
What I would like to ask from each of you is a confession. Something personal about yourselves that you would like to feed into the machine. Once you do, I will assign it a 1 through 5 juiciness rating.
Oh!
Oh my God.
And you will receive those number of points if it's true.
Okay. The bed that I lost my virginity in a one-night stand when I was 16 years old, is the same bed I was later cuckolded in my longest at the time relationship.
Holy! That's gotta be worth. I don't know what's worth 5 points. If that's not worth 5 points, Machine, can you tell me, is that true?
There is no corner of my heart I would not turn over to the world for 5 points.
Jess.
I'll just say I've had multiple threesomes.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. That's totally worth 5 points.
What do you think about
Absolutely.
that, Machine?
Machine. Wow.
There you go.
Tao, was there anything that you would like to confess into the machine?
Yeah, one time walking home from a friend's house to my dorm, I fully myself on the way back. And I was walking with my friends too, so I was like, I'm gonna walk ahead. And I discarded my pants on the street.
Where on the street?
Like 3 blocks away from the house.
Wait, you discarded your pants? What happened to your underpants?
I also discarded my underpants. I was wearing a fleece.
Full Pooh Bear! Oh my God!
That's worth 5 points for sure. Brennan, have you ever eaten food out of the trash?
Yes.
Jess?
Yes, yes.
Tao.
I have never taken food out of the trash and eaten it, but I've definitely eaten food that should be trash. Like a bad mango, you know, it's bad in certain parts, and I just start eating around the bad parts, and my girlfriend says, throw that away, and I go, there's good parts of the mango.
Were there good parts of the mango?
There were a couple bites.
All right, that's fair. Oh! Brennan, how easily are you able to tell left from right?
Perhaps the best in the world.
Whoa, the best in the world!
Jess.
I can't. I have
can't.
a really hard time with my left and right. If I do this, they both look like L's to me.
Sure. Sure.
When me and my fiance Kait are in the car, I can't have her say make a left or a right. It has to be a me or a you.
Wait. A me or a you meaning what exactly?
If it's a me, I go the direction that I am, and if it's a you, I go the direction that Kate's sitting.
There is a specific turn called a U-turn. You've picked
We don't make those.
Tao, can you tell your right from your left?
I mean,
easily?
left, right. Yes.
Brennan, are there any holes in your underwear?
Yes. The factory that made it put a hole in the front for my.
No, that's not what I mean.
Whoa, wait,
Is it false or true, machine?
Take the point away.
No, that is incorrect. I'm sorry, I did lie. There's 3 more holes. 1 for my torso and 2 more for my legs. That's correct. You are not God, the machine is.
Brennan, I should have specified. Are there any holes in your underwear from them being worn out?
Oh, sure. Yes, I got a bunch of these Hanes ones that weirdly have developed holes along the waistband.
Jess, are there holes in your underwear?
There aren't holes in my underwear, but I do have it where the elastic is very worn out of a lot of pairs.
Tao, are there holes in your underwear?
Yes. Lots of them.
Is this a boy thing?
I think so. A compromise that I've made in my relationship is I start to throw away underwear that have a lot of holes in them.
Brennan, have you ever slept through a flight you were supposed to take?
No. What am I, made of money?
Jess,
Absolutely not. I'm there 2 hours in advance.
Tao, you are looking a tad uncomfortable at the moment. Have you ever slept through a flight?
Yes, twice.
Oh my God!
I slept through the same flight twice.
Wait,
do you mean,
what? The same?
You mean they rescheduled it and you slept? Damn! No way! That's crazy!
Yes. I was supposed to move out of my dorm sophomore year, and I overslept, wasn't gonna make it, had to move my room out and stuff. So I didn't make that flight, rescheduled for later in the afternoon. When I got to the airport, I was so sleepy, and the gate was so full, so I went 2 gates over and slept there, and no one woke me up, because why would they?
You slept through the flight at the airport?
At the gate, yes.
Oh my God.
Brennan, have you ever tried to get a nickname?
I've never taken active steps to get a nickname, but I have definitely been incredibly excited to receive a nickname. when I used to work as a camera PA on Law and Order Criminal Intent, my nickname on set was Shanty or Sippy. Sippy being acronym for Shanty Irish Prick.
Yes.
I did. I wanted everyone to call me Ross, which is my last name, and I thought like, oh, a girl who's called Ross, pretty cool.
Tao.
Does it count when, as a new immigrant to this country, you go into class and you go, everyone, instead of calling me Tao, you can call me Paolo?
I love the idea of you're like, better take it easy on these crackers with Tao. Let's do, I don't know, what's the whitest name I can think of? Paolo.
Paolo, yes, and I talked to him with an Italian chef's kiss.
Brennan.
Yeah.
Do you ever space out just thinking about swords?
Okay, yeah. 100%, yes, correct. All the time. The sword holds a unique place in the history of weaponry. Unlike a lot of other weapons, a sword was a symbol of status in almost every culture all over the
I'm
world.
really going to have to cut you off at a certain point.
Oh, okay.
Jess, where's your engagement ring?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting called out. I left it on the sink in the bathroom and I don't like to get it wet. And now I don't have it. Is this a part of the show or am I just getting called out? I thought I was gonna get the sword one too. I was gonna like, no.
Tao, are there any photos of your bare butt on your phone?
Yes. Recently. One of the pieces of underwear I was wearing had such a big hole in it that I just comically ripped it in bed, and then me and my girlfriend took photos of my butt out in with this underwear.
Players, it's time for the next minigame. This time we're gonna flip the script from minigame number 1. I want to hear wholesome things about you, things that present you in a positive light. Brennan, we will start with you.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I don't, well, because it's forcing you to brag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I take vacation time off of work, and instead of going to vacation, I go work more at a different other place, which is the summer camp. And the past couple of years, I donate my salary to the fund that sends financially needy kids to camp.
I'm gonna give you the full 5 points. Jess, can you tell me anything nice about yourself?
I can. I spent a lot of my life, especially my younger years in school, not feeling great about myself. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough, I was too tall, I wasn't smart enough. And now that I'm older, I'm so proud of myself that I have let a lot of that go, that I genuinely like myself and that I'm allowed to say that out loud. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm smart, I write good sketches, I got a great yeah, you know it, machine, you know it.
I'm literally tearing up. Yeah, that's the full 5 points for you, Jess, for sure.
Does the machine seconding Jess's great comment constitute workplace sexual harassment? No! I don't know about you, machine.
Machine.
That's not your call. I'm getting HR. Wait, it's not even human resources.
Machine resources.
It's robot resources.
Yeah, we need IT and HR to team up.
Tao.
I like to think of myself as someone who can do nice things for people without needing it to even be like recognized. Lots of small examples, letting people like go ahead in front of me in a line for a bathroom they really need to go. It seems like things like that.
Okay, it didn't make me want to burst into tears.
Yes.
So I will give that a 3. Players, the truth is that I've been lying to you about this lie detector. Obviously, this technology doesn't exist per se. It is in fact human powered. We've been working with a team of scientists on this for weeks now, and in order to give them credit, I'd like to introduce you to those scientists now. Scientists?
You liar!
Your significant others have been in control of this lie detector the whole time.
What? I trust my partner implicitly.
And you shouldn't.
You said you wanted to go to the gym early in the morning.
Is that so unbelievable, Tao?
That's what you know, you know my
Oh, by the way, yes, Kait has Jess's ring.
Oh, are we proposing?
So,
Again?
and Jess, all this time you were flirting with a machine.
Ooh!
Nice.
This is a profound betrayal.
So the game dynamic in round 3 is going to change.
Oh my God.
I am going to ask true or false statement about our players. If they're about you, you don't get to play. The other players have to decide whether or not what I'm saying is true or false. Now, the more your face betrays you, the better your competition stands to do. Jess and Tao. Brennan has had the majority of his belongings since he was a teenager.
I think that's super true. He's an all nerd. You get that when you're 12.
It gives a lot of weight to the items that he owns.
I think it's true.
I think it's also true.
Izzy, is that true? Yes, it is.
He feels bad for the
Yes.
things, so he wants to continue using them so they feel like they're important.
So that's points for Jess and Tao. Brennan and Tao. More than any other show, Jess watches The Bachelor.
That doesn't ring true to me.
I say that Kait would rather celebrate something about Jess than attempt to stump me and Tao. I say this is true.
I'll go false.
That is false. That is a point for Tao. In fact, I understand that Jess watches a lot of Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's mostly,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm always in the tank.
Yeah.
Brennan and Jess.
Tao.
Tao's sideburns get sweaty when he eats sriracha.
100% true.
That's so true.
It is true.
The real problem is after.
Yeah, I didn't turn that fact in, but you did.
Yeah.
Rushing home.
That
losing
explains
your
the
pants.
hole in the underwear.
That's the blast zone.
Jess and Tao. Brennan, more than anything else in the world, wants to be a renowned dungeon master.
I don't think that's what he wants more than anything else in the world.
I also, I think that is false.
It is false.
Brennan wants more than anything in the world to be a dad.
Daddy.
Brennan and Tao. Jess calls Mario Kart Mario Race Cars.
I think this is false. I think Jess calls it Mario Kart.
We'll leave pronunciation out of this particular
okay. Then I think
question.
this is true.
I also will say this is true.
It is.
She probably does call it Mario.
Mario race cars.
Kate, what does she call the Super Nintendo?
She calls it the purple and gray system, or the purple and gray Nintendo.
Brennan and Jess. When Tao was young, he actively tried to get his friends' parents to like him more than their own children.
I think that's true.
I will also say that it's true.
I needed their approval.
Like, call me Paolo.
Jess and Tao. Brennan cries when old people are voted off the Great British Baking Show.
That is true. That aligns with what he said makes him cry, which is people with a brave face during adverse times.
Also say true.
There you go.
It is true!
The old people should be allowed to stay.
Brennan and Tao. Jess's difficulties with left and right extend to when she was small, when Dad drove more than Mom, and so left was a daddy and right was a mommy.
That is 100% true.
I'll say true.
It is true. We are down to our last question, and we have two players tied. Brennan and Jess. Final question of our game. Tao often tells Alexis he could get lost in her eyes.
Alexis does have very lovely eyes. I'm going to say he does say it. It's true.
So if I say true, best case scenario is me and Jess tie for first place. If I say false, one of the two of us wins. I'll say it's true too.
No, Alexis.
In fact, Tao does not know what color my eyes are. asked me 2 days ago after I'd already submitted answers for this. And also yesterday asked me what color his own eyes were.
Brennan and Jess, you have won Game Changer. You each win dinner for two at my favorite restaurant in Los Angeles. I'm not allowed to say what it is for legal reasons, but trust me, it is in fact my favorite.
Is this for real?
For real?
Yeah, here's the thing, we've embarrassed all three of you up here today, and because it really doesn't matter who wins or loses at this game, I'm also going to extend that invitation to you. I'm Sam Reich, reminding you that intimacy is nothing more than future blackmail. Good night! That does it for this episode of Game Changer. If you liked it, I have great news. There is way more of the series that you can watch right now on Dropout. Just go to dropout.tv and start your free trial today. If you do, I'll give you 10 points right out of my own pocket. I have that authority.
That's me petting them. One bit me. One just came out of an egg. That's it, just coming out.
It's not good to touch newborn chicks with your hands.
That's right. Anyway.